while growing up, we were not um, given the opportunity to learn about this. We were not given the opportunity to know about these secrets I'm about sharing to you today. Um, Even I can still remember while we were growing up, the issue about money and financial education we are not discussed around the table with everybody, so we knew little or nothing about it. So each and every one of us, we grew up without understanding the basic knowledge about money, the basic knowledge about financial education. We didn't know anything at all. So while I was growing up, I was opportune to stay with my dad. He had a small chemist shop where he usually sells drugs, medicine for people. So I would just go every day and sit close to him and see how he does his transactions and see how the money flows. Sometimes when he's not around, I will just go there and I will just say, and I will now do the selling for him. So that was, I think, while I was 15 years, that was my first exposure to money. And the only thing I knew about money then was the buying and the selling. I didn't know much about money. I didn't know much about financial education. So everything that um, all the money I was getting, the small income I was getting, I was just spending it. I was using it for a lot of things. So I didn't really do anything with it. And it all started when I was 16. My father loves reading, so he's the kind of person that once he travels, he will just go pick up a whole lot of books and come back, and he will just store it in his library close to the shop. Maybe where he is sitting, there is a bookshelf by the left where he's sitting. So he does not really have the opportunity to read it always, because when he goes out in the morning by 8, he will come back by 9 in the night, you understand. Then he will sleep, then maybe he will wake up by 1 a.m. in the morning, and he will just go through some materials and just sleep off again till the next morning by 6. So he didn't really have much understanding or much opportunity to read much. So I was opportune to be close to him. So I had the opportunity to go to his library and read and get some information, you understand. So while I was growing up, I didn't know anything about money. I didn't know I would get to where I am today, and I didn't I typically knew nothing about money. So, and it affected me. It affected the way I was spending. It affected a whole lot of things about me. So where my life changed was when I came across two books. I came across The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, and the second one, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Kim Kiyosaki. Um, this book transformed my whole life. It changed my perspective about money. It was like a guide for me, and that was how my journey started. I After reading that book, I ended up saving 80% of my first school fees in the university for the first year. I was able to save my money for registration for JAM, my money for registration for WAEC during that period, because I was exposed to money. So after reading that book, that was just like a starting point for me. That was how I started. These are the two books that started me: The Richest Man in Babylon and Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I read it while I was 15, 16 years. So it's really opened a lot about me. That is not the only book that has helped me so far. I've read close to 100 and something books on finances only, you understand. I've attended a lot of seminars. I've met a whole lot of persons concerning this area, so I'm not a novice in this area. So why I'm teaching this is to help young people that knows nothing about money, that does not have the basic understanding of money, what money is. See, it is very important. Money, it's very important. It will affect your relationship, it will affect your business, it will affect your relationship with your friends, it affects family, it affects marriages, it affects the country as a whole, you understand. It's something that everybody must have an understanding of. And if you don't have an understanding on a long term, it tends to affect you. We should not